Okay, welcome back to Chapter 4, Life in the 13 Colonies, Part 2. So, the southern colonies. Sorry about that. The 5 southern colonies were Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. In 1750, the one big city was Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston had some of the finest homes in the colonies. Silk, fine china, and other luxury goods came to Charleston Harbor from all over the world. The southern colonies were the most rural. A rural area is one with many farms and few towns or cities. So I'm going to highlight the vocab rural. In a rural area is one with many farms and few towns or cities. In the South, large farms were called plantations. So I'm also going to highlight the word plantation, and that means a large farm. A plantation was like a town. It had a vegetable garden and a flour mill. Carpenters, weavers, shoemakers, and blacksmiths lived and worked there. The main crops were tobacco and rice, which were sold in northern cities and around the world. Often plantations were built on a river or waterway so goods could travel by water. Plantations needed many workers. Most colonists wanted their own farms and could buy land cheaply in the western parts of the colonies. So here's a picture of a plantation house. Why the 13 colonies were settled. So we're going to look at this chart. A chart arranges facts in a way that's easy to read. So since we've been talking about the southern colonies, we'll look at them on the chart here. So we've got Virginia, which was founded in 1607. Got Maryland, 1634. North Carolina, 1670. South Carolina, 1670. And Georgia in 1733. So those are the southern colonies. On the frontier, the western edge of the 13 colonies was known as the frontier. Sometimes small farms there were just cleared places in the woods. So highlighting frontier and then small farms that were just cleared places in the woods. Life was hard for frontier settlers. Settlers are people who go to live in a new place. So I'm highlighting the word settlers, and then settlers are people who go to live in a new place. That's the definition. They grew crops such as wheat, potatoes, and squash. They hunted for deer and bear. They made the most of the things that they needed. They baked bread, made jam, spun cloth, and made their own tools. So that is it for the second part of Chapter 4.